Guys, and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be all about some products that I recently purchased, and I'm going to share my thoughts and first impressions about them. This is kind of a collective haul, if you will, of things that I've gotten from Makeup Geek, ColourPop, Morphe, items that I picked up from Target, Ulta, and Sephora as well. So kind of just all over the place here. Some of them were really great products. So if you're interested and want to see my opinion on these products, then please keep watching. So I'm gonna go right into it, and I will start with the items that I got from Ulta. One of them was a line that I recently saw my last visit to Ulta, and it is from a makeup artist named Fiona Styles, and a lot of her packaging looks really similar to this. It's kind of this metallic purple, really quality seeming packaging, and the item that I picked up, I figured I would try one item, and that if I liked this item, that I would kind of try some other ones that I was interested in the line. And this is the Sheer Sculpting Palette. There are 2 shade ranges, I believe, and I picked up the light to medium, which comes with 3 shades total, which look actually very light in the pan. I actually do use this for the first time in the last tutorial that I did, and I will link that video down below. But overall, I was really impressed with these contour powders. They do look really light in the pan, like I said, but I found them to be perfect for my skin tone. What I like about the formula of this Sheer Sculpting palette is that it is a sheer formula, so it's kind of hard to mess it up and to get too heavy-handed. So for me, I think that's great, because sometimes I struggle with that with really pigmented contour powder. This is definitely a good one in my opinion. The next item would be this Lorac Color Source blush, and there are a ton of colors that are available with these blushes. This is supposed to be a sheer buildable formula as well, and the color that I picked up is Chroma, and it's kind of a pinky blush with some mauve purple undertones to it. I do actually use this blush as well in my last tutorial, so check that out if you're interested. And I really like this blush. I didn't find that the formula was sheer at all, but it didn't go on too heavy, and it was really blendable. I would say it definitely is buildable, but you know, I would still be careful dipping the brush in too hard, because I can see this definitely getting out of hand or applying a little heavily. And I definitely have my eye on some other shades that I am going to be picking up in the future. Then next, I will show you some items that I got from Sephora. And the first one was a foundation that I have been dying to try, and it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. And my shade was the shade Rattan, and I found this to be the perfect shade for me. Honestly, don't think that I've ever found a foundation that matched my skin quite as well. It's like the perfect match. I have used this once, and it was actually on a day that I kind of applied my makeup earlier in the day. So I went through the whole day, and then I went out at night and stayed out really late. So I found that this wore really well. It is a long lasting foundation in my opinion. I felt like it didn't break up or anything like that. I didn't get oily, which is amazing because I have combo skin, and so my T-zone can get really messy and oily over time. So I did really enjoy this foundation. It is definitely so far the best first impression I've ever had with a foundation. My skin is super sensitive as well, and really acne prone, so I didn't find that it clogged my pores, or I didn't get a breakout after using this foundation. So I really liked it, and I'm gonna continue to use it. And so I would definitely recommend it if you're on the fence and you're interested in this foundation. The next thing that I got was the Nude Beauty Blender. I didn't necessarily need another beauty blender, but being that it was nude, I just thought it was super cute and it wouldn't look as grungy over time. I also felt like with my pink beauty blender that the first 10 times or so that I used it, whenever I would wash it and kind of wring it out, there'd be like a ton of pink dye that would get, you know, washed out with it. And so it kind of freaked me out a little bit. With this one, I heard that that's not an issue, so I definitely am a big fan of using beauty blenders to blend out my foundation and concealer. So yeah, I was really excited about this. I'm sure it'll be just as good as the other ones. The next items that I picked up from Sephora are two of the same but just in different shades, and they are the Anastasia Glow Kits. I got this one as a gift. I don't think that my husband got this from Sephora. I think he got this right before they started carrying them. I believe he got it from Macy's. The kit that I first received was the Gleam kit, and this one has some pinky, more kind of frosty highlights. It does have one kind of champagne-y color as well, and I really like this one. I feel like it'll work really, really well with fair skin tones. This was the perfect highlighting kit for me because in the winter I tend to be pretty fair, and it did give a nice kind of frosty looking highlight, which I've been really, really into. Being that I was so happy with the formula and with the colors that were in this kit, I had to go online to Sephora and purchase this one because this is more of a like gold and bronzy highlights. I feel like it would work with fair skin tones, some of these shades at least, but more kind of medium to dark skin tones would benefit from all of the colors that are in this palette. I love the formula of both the Gleam and that Glow Kit. And the reason why I like them is because I was a big fan of the Anastasia Illuminators, but I did feel like at times that they were like chunkier and the glitter was more, you know, noticeable as glitter instead of more of a sheen or a kind of, you know, shimmer. These are more seemingly finely milled, so they kind of remind me of the Becca highlighters. I like these just as much as I like my Becca highlighters, so I would definitely recommend these, and it's a really good deal. I feel like 40 bucks for 4 shades, and you get quite a bit. They're like pretty big pans inside of these kits. So to me, I felt like that was a good deal, and I'm happy that I have both of them. The next items that I will talk about are items that I ordered from ColourPop, and I really, really love ColourPop products. I like their eyeliners, I like their eyeshadows, I like their highlighters. I am a big fan of their lippy sticks and their ultra matte lipsticks as well. So pretty much the majority of the products that I've tried from them. I haven't tried any blushes yet, but everything that I've tried for them I've been a really big fan of. So in terms of eyeshadows, I picked up one matte shade, which I don't have too many matte shades. I think I only have one other matte shade from their Super Shock Shadow line, and I really love their shimmery shades, and I was pretty impressed with the matte shade that I had as well. And this one was going to be more of a basic kind of everyday eyeshadow or something if I wanted kind of a wash of color, or to even use it as a base. This one is called Glow. It's kind of a vanilla shade, kind of blends in with my skin a bit. I feel like colors like this really brighten up your eyes and make them look wider and more awake. And then the next items that I got from ColourPop were all lip items. One of them was a lippy pencil, and I got it in the shade Tootsie. And I will swatch it on the back of my hand. That's what it looks like. It will probably work with a lot of the lipsticks that I have that are similar to this color, which are really on trend right now. So I felt like this would be a lippy pencil that I would get a lot of use from. Their lippy pencils are so creamy and they glide really well. And the next item is a lippy stick, and this is in the shade Skimpy, which is a glossy finish. And typically I don't gravitate towards glossy lipsticks. I like my lipsticks to be matte and my glosses to be glossy, but I thought this would be really nice for the summertime. It's a kind of peachy nude shade, and I thought it would be nice to go with some of my other lipsticks and to kind of use in the center of the lip to make the lips look fuller. The next item is also another lippy stick, and it is in the shade Grunge, which I've heard really, really good things about. And this is a matte finish lipstick. And I will swatch this as well. And this is another shade that's pretty on trend, kind of the darker mauve-y, berry brown tint to it. I love shades like this, so I'm kind of really, really excited to use this. I love the formula of their matte lippy sticks, so I know I will definitely like this as well. And then the last item that I got from ColourPop was a Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is part of the ColourPop and Carucci line. And this is such beautiful packaging. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a little stripe of rose gold, and then all of the writing is in rose gold as well. This one is in the shade Chi, which looked like such a beautiful nude shade. And I have worn this once. It was on a night that I went out to dinner with a friend and we had some drinks as well. I did really, really like the color of this one. I felt like it lasted all night. I only had to reapply it one time. And we were out for several hours, and the reason why I had to reapply it is because I ate. The oils that were in my food kind of rubbed it off in the center of my lips, so I kind of had to reapply a bit of it, but I definitely came home and still had it intact after having some drinks and things like that. So I felt that it was really long wearing, and it didn't crumble up or anything yucky like that. I feel like this color has one of the nicer formulas of the Ultra Matte lipsticks that I've tried from ColourPop, so I will definitely be continuing to use this. The next item is only like the lone single item that I got from Target, and I always kind of browse over the e.l.f. section, and I noticed that they had some new products, and one of them was this bronzer palette, and that's the outside packaging, and then this is what it looked like on the inside. And this is just like the name says, it's a bronzer palette that has 4 different shades in it. And this one is in the shade range Bronze Beauty. And so this was the lighter one out of the 2 that I saw. I'm not sure if there are more, but I saw 2 when I went, and this was the lighter of the 2. From what it seems, it looks like there are 2 shimmery shades, these 2 here. And then there are 2 matte shades, those 2 there. They are super soft. I found that these were not orangey at all. They were kind of, to me, the perfect bronzer shades. I felt like you could even do a little bit of contouring if you're like, not wanting to do both steps, but you just kind of want to give your face a little definition. Those are the 4 that I swatched on my arm there. And so as you can see, even against my skin tone, it doesn't look orangey or too orangey. I have used this once as well, and I felt like it wasn't the most pigmented bronzer that I've ever used, but I think it was like $6 for this entire palette. So for the money, I didn't think that it was a bad deal. And I definitely will see myself kind of using it in the future if I'm looking just to kind of do a quick out the door makeup look. The next items that I ordered were from Morphe, and they were brushes, and I ordered a fan brush. This is the M310 for highlighting which I ordered 2 of these actually because they were only $5 and I really liked them. I really like them for highlighting. I used it to apply my highlighter today, and I feel like fan brushes apply highlighter the best because it kind of doesn't leave a stripe. It kind of applies it and kind of blends it at the same time. Then the next brush that I ordered was the Morphe E8, and this is more of a kind of dense, smaller brush that I thought would be really good to blend out under eye concealer or color corrector that I put under my eyes. I haven't used this yet, but I'm going to be using it soon, and I will share my thoughts on it with you guys when I do use it. And then the next brush that I got was the Morphe E4, and this is a contour blush brush. I feel like it would work really well for contouring if you don't want a really, chiseled contour. I did use this to apply my blush once so far, and I did like the application. It is super soft, and I'm sure that I'm not gonna have any issues with them because I have other Morphe brushes that I like. And then the very last item that I ordered was from Makeup Geek, and it was something that I was super excited about. It's the Makeup Geek and Manny MUA palette, and let me tell you, I waited 3.5 hours and had to continuously refresh my computer in order to place my order for this. It didn't actually take that long from the point that I ordered it to when I received it. These shades are all right up my alley. They are absolutely stunning shades. There's the perfect amount of transition shades in here. There are really nice kind of bold shades in here as well. This red is absolutely stunning. I was really hoping I wouldn't be disappointed. Not that I thought that I would be, because I am a big fan of Makeup Geek shadows. They are wonderful shadows, are really easy to blend, and they're super pigmented, and this definitely did not disappoint. They are all going to get a ton of use from me at least. If you can get your hands on one, I would definitely recommend it. I feel like you get a lot for your money with this palette, and they're all really wearable shades. Even the red, I feel like some people might think that that's like not a very wearable color, but if you use it, kind of lightly, or if you're just giving like your outer corner a nice wash of color, or even just underneath your lower lash line, I feel like this is a really good shade to do that. And I've used it a couple times. The quality is on par with other Makeup Geek shadows. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got it. It's such a cute palette. So that completes this haul and first impression video. I ended up really liking everything I got. I didn't regret a single thing that I purchased, and I am definitely going to continue to use them. Hopefully you guys liked this video, and if you did, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see future videos, then don't forget to subscribe as well. Go right down there and hit that red subscribe button. Don't be afraid, just do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.